Alright, so there's yet another update on the test server and quite a few changes, including two brand new pets. I already forgot their names, but you'll see them in this run. There's a tier 3 that summons two groundhogs on feint, and there's a tier 4 that deals 4 damage to itself and then gives the friend a head +2/+2, which is actually a huge game changer in pack 4 because now you have an ability that will cause itself to faint. And that's actually really important because the thing in the pack that is really helpful with that is Banana. Banana, it summons a 4/4 monkey, but of course, if you kill your own pet in the shop, you're going to get a permanent 4/4 monkey. And Banana is a tier 4 thing, so this is actually equivalent to getting early monkey. And it's a 4/4, so slightly better stats, which is just very helpful. And I mean, why not go for like a run that kind of revolves around it? And as you'll probably see in the end game or just from the thumbnail, I go for like the optimal Cobra team. So as many triggers as possible. I really think Cobra in the second spot is definitely the best. I think it is probably most likely to get eggplanted, considering I mentioned in the last video that I think eggplant in the second spot is pretty helpful in general, if you're gonna get any use out of it. But assuming that doesn't happen, you usually want your snipers second so that like it counters their snipers. And the thing that summons the most amount of things would be the white whale with the slug inside, because you just get so many feint triggers from that. And as for the start of this run, so in order to get as many bananas as possible, I was going for level 3 chipmunk runs. I think that's a chipmunk. Is it the chipmunk? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, if you get a level 3 chipmunk, you feed it a food, then you sell it, then you get 3 of those foods for free. So I'll get 3 free bananas, which is pretty helpful. Because if I happen to find 3 manta rays, they have 8 HP, so it just takes 2 turns, and then they will kill themselves and summon monkeys. And you could get triple early monkey from this, which would be absolutely insane. I don't actually get the early mana ray, but it doesn't really matter. I guess it would help out a little bit in getting a monkey on turn 7, but can't find bananas yet. Instead, get early sea lion. I'm not sure how I feel about the sea lion as a scaler, to be honest. It doesn't seem that good. It is 4 stats, which is kind of like a penguin on tier 4, but its stats are a lot more spread out, which is usually worse, but you can choose between attack and health, which I guess is slightly better. So kind of there's some pros and cons. I overall don't really take Sea Lion a lot. They changed, like, I feel like Baboon is probably the better scaler that I go for more frequently, but they did change the African Penguin, so it's no longer a random thing that's +2/+1. It is now a give friend a head +1/+1, so it's kind of like a targeted otter. Except I think on level up it's +2/+2. I actually don't know. I never leveled it up. But yeah, I should probably try that. You know, before I was actually thinking of showing off the donut, which they added somewhat recently. It's a new food item. I forget if it's like a tier 3 or 4, but it makes all random things go to one specific pet. So if you do have a random like ability, like probably seal would be a good example, and you buy food, then it will go to that specific pet every time, which is pretty helpful. But I have not really gotten any interesting runs with that. I feel like it's just not that interesting in general. Like, I should maybe just try to get like a leopard team, get a bunch of snipes and see how that goes. But yeah, so as you can see, there's the manatee. Did I say mana ray? I might have said, I don't know. Manatee, yeah, you'll see it deals 4 damage to itself, gives +2/+2. Still good scaling. A tier 4 that gives 2/2 to 1 unit. It's much better than Sea Lion because it's targeted, of course. You give it to 1 unit. And even its ability of killing itself is actually pretty nice. And plus, it's actually got 3 attack, so slightly better stats, or at least like a 3/4. So yeah, feeding the chipmunk, immediately selling it, and then getting all these free bananas. Love to see it, especially if you were like a grilly or something. And I guess I'm just going with Manta Ray. I honestly probably should have just rolled for another manatee, because I think if I gotten triple manatee with banana, that would have been so awesome. I kind of regret that looking back at it. But yeah, get to buff 2 different things now. Also hoping to find a slug or something that will go well with the Cobra. And get some extra gold next turn. Maybe like a level 3 Manatee run would be kind of interesting. Or level 3 Mana Ray. Like both of them actually. I could get 6 extra gold at the start of turn. And it would be kind of hard to keep it alive. But you would get 6/6 a turn, which would be pretty cool. They nerfed Poison Dart Frog, so it now only deals 3 damage. I think they buffed its like stats a little bit, but no longer have to worry too much about the Poison Dart Frog teams. They're still kind of scary, especially with Flea, I think. But early Grizzly, I actually don't really care about too much. And I'm skipping Slug because I'm looking for White Whale at this point. I'm gonna get another monkey. Also, like it still gives 2/2 even when it kills itself, which is very nice. Because otherwise, you would just kind of miss out on some scaling. There is the White Whale. So I could wait a turn, but actually, yeah, I guess it is worth it because I spent 3 gold. I could have gotten an extra 4 gold next turn, but I was just really wanting to buff it this turn because I'm planning on putting the Cobra behind it. I should also do a Tiger Cobra run. Man, I've actually got a bunch of ideas that I still got to do. There was even a Wildebeest run. There was actually quite a few runs that I recorded, and then I didn't upload them because I felt like they weren't interesting enough. I don't know if I'm just being too picky, but like I want the perfect runs. And when they don't happen, I just end up being kind of disappointed. So I don't know. One of these days, like a level 3 50/50 wildebeest would be amazing. You get triple coconut on a 50/50. That would should just like wipe out teams, but I haven't gotten that yet. So eventually, I guess I'll go for it. I don't know if I'm like spoiling upcoming videos, but I don't know. Level 3 sea urchin. I feel like chocolate cake is not really worth it in a lot of situations just because like you're losing a lot of stats. Like that was an 18/15 sea urchin and you fainted it for an extra 5 damage pretty much, which is completely not worth it because you were already dealing its ability with level 2. So in that situation, don't go chocolate cake sea urchin. I don't think it's worth it. Rolling for the Cobra here. Also, I don't know if I actually swallowed the slug yet. I definitely need to do that. And there is the Cobra. It's looking pretty good. They actually buffed Cobra's base stats. It's now a 12/4. Crazy. It's got like the best late game ability in the game. But, you know, it's tough to get off the ground. So I guess they're just helping it get off the ground a little bit. They really seem to want to encourage pivoting. So I guess that's their plan. There we go. There's the slug. So very good turn there. And I get the +4/+6 every turn from this monkey. Just so helpful. You can buff so many good things. You can buff like a Highland Cow. I had one run that was pretty good with Highland Cow. What else is it? Like Wildebeest again. That's a nice one. And as you can see here, going Slug or White Whale Slug is also very helpful. And I think the last little improvement to make to this team, I can sell the Sea Urchin. I do need some scaling for the Cobra, so looking for Bird of Paradise, which actually got nerfed and it's now 8 gold instead of 7, or Blue Ringed Octo, which also got nerfed and is now a tier 6, which I actually called a long time ago when this, like, the very first time I played this pack, the very first video I made, I was like, dang, Blue Ringed Octo's insane scaling. You get it to level 2, you can buy waffles, you can get catfish, you just get like 8/8 pretty much in stats for like 3 gold so efficiently. So I think it definitely made sense that they nerfed it. I mean, it could happen where they just keep nerfing all the good things, though. We'll see. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But, yeah. I feel like they're trying to at least buff some things. Like, they buffed, I don't know, the Gazelle. They kind of buffed the Cobra. They're adding in, like, new units. I feel like they're at least trying not to just completely nerf all the pets, and they're kind of, like, mixing it up. Grizzly Bear, I decided to take now just because, I mean, I do have the White Whale Slug. That's going to give a lot of triggers. Plus, it's a really well scaled things, and both Cobra and Grizzly work really well with scaled units that are also summoners. It is actually just the perfect team, perfect situation for this team. And level 2 Cobra, unfortunately only 19 attack. I really wish I had more, but it's still going to get so many triggers here. Let's actually count them. Seeing a lot of the macaques, or whatever they're called, people in the comments did let me know how to say it, so thank you, even though I immediately forgot, and I don't know if I actually said it correctly there. But wow, just, yeah, I don't know how many triggers. I would say that was like 7 from the grizzly bear or something, and 2 chocolates, love to see that. Now the last thing to do is find an onion for this guy, and then I could put the slug in the back and get another 3 triggers for the cobra, assuming it doesn't die. The only thing is, actually I could sell this monkey next turn because it's pretty much 50 health. And, I mean, it's kind of weird that you just have no equipment that actually helps out on your big units because, like, the PETA doesn't really help anymore. The best thing is just to have a tomato. And just barely going to win. I would have actually loved to draw there just so I could have gotten the perfect team. But I'll take this shop as well. Looks good. There's a bird of paradise for some scaling. And, oh, okay. It looks like I might just skip it. That's cool too. I'm not going to judge my past self for its decisions. For my decisions. Did I just call myself an it? Wow, how degrading. There's the onion. Okay, perfect. Actually, you know what, I should probably save it for some other video, but I've been watching a bunch of movies. I got to watch Everything Everywhere all at once. I guess I'm not going to save it. I think that's a really cool movie, really unique. I think it handles the multiverses thing in a much more fun way, because I also saw the Spider-Man thing, which is just like a nice like fanfare movie, but like there should be more just really cool multiverses movies. They did get kind of goofy, but still, I think it's pretty fun, and there's so many potential for like a lot more of those movies. And it seems like clearly the public does or is pretty interested in that, since they have done pretty well at the box office as well. But there we go, level 3 Cobra. I just wish it had a little more stats, and I could take another slug here, but I don't think that's really necessary. I could also go double Grizzly Bear, which actually, like, that's pretty nasty as well, but in the end, I just decided to settle for extra 2-2 on the Cobra. And I'm kind of hoping for a draw here, to be honest, although I didn't really position for it. But 25 attack, that's still quite a bit, because it is level 3, 60% here. And I already killed their antelope, so 15 damage right away with every single snipe. And look how many snipes I'm getting. Oh my god, if you don't have a big unit in the front, you're getting absolutely crushed. And even if you do, so many Cobra snipes, such a good team, a lot of fun. Yeah, the manatee plus banana for monkeys is a great strat. Try it out for yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.